1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left. Turn right on unpaved road.
Tonight, I'm going to stay at a Harvest Host, which will be my very first time. They opened it up to vans now, minivans. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. I'm stopping at lending libraries along the way because I didn't get rid of all my books on my way to Minnesota. Take my time. I'm going to try to get my steps in. I did hurt my knee in Minnesota, so for about almost a week, I was not able to do my 10,000 steps, but I'm back at it now. I just did a lot of stretching, and I think my hamstrings were tight, and maybe my IT band, I'm not really sure, but I was able to stretch it out, and I stayed off of it for a couple of days, which was a bummer, but it worked. I think I'm going to stop in the small town where I was born and drive by some of the places I used to live, if I can remember. I was pretty young, or maybe the last place we lived is probably the only one. I still remember the address, so I'm going to go there. And maybe the hospital where I was born, I might check that out too, just for fun. One of my tires is showing low pressure, so I'll go ahead and fill that now. Because of the cold weather, I decided to go ahead and add air to all of my tires. I made a quick stop, stretched my legs, did a little walking, and now I'm off to see my very best friend, Angie. After driving around my hometown with my best friend, she was my tour guide, I learned the hospital where I was born had been torn down. The last home I lived in, also torn down. But we had a nice walk, and I saw some Texas Longhorns in Minnesota. I made it to the Harvest Host, Red Brick Farm. Look at that beautiful sunset. But look at that very nice porta potty. I might as well do a little walking, get some steps in before dark. This is a really beautiful spot. I'm happy I decided to do this. All right, back to the van. So I had my very first night at one of the Harvest Hosts. The people are so nice here. It seemed like they were a little worried about me and cared so much about me, and it was very nice. They also had a porta potty, so they didn't have to, anyway, it was nice. It was about, I think it got 2:35 last night. Yeah, I got in here, it was still daylight. I wanted to, just kind of get familiar with my surroundings, and so So this morning I'm going to go find a place to eat and go explore a little bit of Okoboji and Spirit Lake. I don't want to just get on I-80 and my normal fast pace. I want to stay on these smaller roads and highways and see more of Iowa, Nebraska, the Midwest. So I'm going to try to do that. I did get out my atlas, and I think I have a little bit of a game plan. And I'm going to continue getting rid of books. I don't have that many left, so I just have a few more stops, I think. But I've enjoyed looking at the little lending libraries. My favorite so far is probably that church one. I'm not sure if I did get good video of that one. It kind of reminded me of the Lutheran church, the one where I picked up my lutefisk meal. Those old country churches. I love those. I've cleaned up and I'm ready to hit the road. And it's about daylight. It's in fact, I think I'll start, shut that light off and start opening up. Oh, I got stuck in there. Okay, good. See? Daylight. All right. This is very nice. I'm going to wander around now that it's light out. I can see the barn right out my window. All right. My first harvest post stop. I don't know how I can top it. It was a wonderful stay. Red Brick Farm. Check it out if you're interested. Somebody did rent the farmhouse, so that's why I'm keeping my distance. This morning when I used the porta potty, I let the door slam and I heard something fall, and it looks like their light fell and broke. So putting a few bucks underneath the light, and then I contacted the owners to let them know that I broke their light. Now I'm off to check out Okoboji. I love lake towns. And even though the hospital where I was born had been taken down, I was surprised to find out that the hospital was right by a lake. I was born by a lake. I think it makes perfect sense. I'm crazy about lakes and the ocean. After I dropped off that book, I noticed something moving and got a little closer, and deer. More wildlife. Turkey. second. Let me zoom in. Ducks. Lots and lots of ducks. I've never seen so many ducks. I have a special fondness for ducks. More turkey. Right by a lending library. Birds don't like me much, so I think I'll move on. I did a U-turn. I'm not going to be afraid of birds. And it helped that they moved away. Rolling back by my first harvest host. This place was great. 4 lending libraries. Loved it. I won. The sun is going down and I'm trying to make my way to a truck stop for the night. Good morning. I'm going to get my very first truck stop shower. I really don't like walking around holding a camera, being obvious that I'm recording, but I'm gonna work on it.
I'm not in line.
Oh, okay. Could I get a shower?
Yeah, the road card?
No.
17.
Thank you.
Customer 22. Please proceed to shower 5.
That's me. Some towels, toilet, shower. Right. Okay, done. Not the greatest night at the truck stop, but I did get a shower, so I'm happy about that.
Nebraska 14 North. Left onto the I-80 West ramp.
First shower at a truck stop.
The security here.
I gave up coffee a while ago, probably over a year ago now, and I just had a vanilla latte on the road. I didn't sleep so good last night, so it seemed like the thing to do. Hard to eat right, hard to exercise, hard to shower, hard to sleep. Hard to do just about anything and everything when I'm on the road, but I sure love being on the road. But I'm also very excited to get home to kind of get back on track with exercise and eating right and getting some work done. Really looking forward to that too. I guess it's time for some music and singing. If you're ever on I-80 in Kearney, Nebraska, stop at the Great Platte River Road Archway Monument. It's a great museum. There's a lending library, but check this out. Looks like a big fan of Halloween. Time to fill up. Something wasn't quite right about that, so I'm almost home, about an hour and a half from home. I do this to myself all the time. I don't like traveling west when the sun is going down. I should have been home 2 hours ago. Stopped at a rest stop to go to the bathroom, and I felt really jittery and buzzy, and I was sitting there, what is wrong with me? I thought maybe the car motion, being in the car so much, like, when after you get off a boat, how you feel a little wonky. Well, I thought maybe it was from driving and just being in the motion of the car. And then I realized, no, I had coffee. My body definitely reacted to it. But it was a nice treat. I do have to get my window fixed. I did get a rock to my windshield, so I think it should be a pretty easy fix. It is cracking though, so I need to get that done pretty quick. I love that I slowed down on this trip. I'm almost home.